What's up, everybody? Welcome back to my Dark Souls Remastered 100% walkthrough. So to start things off today, we got a Firekeeper soul in the last episode, so we're going to trade that in, and then we're going to head straight off to the Duke's Archives, which is the next major area of the game. We're going to get our final Lord's Soul. This area is large. It is definitely larger than the Tomb of the Giants, which we got through in one episode. This spot will probably be split into two. So what we're going to do is warp to the Anor Londo bonfire. And this is a bonfire where we already killed the Firekeeper to get the Firekeeper soul to level up our Estus flask. We can warp to this bonfire. We just can't rest at it or warp from it since we have killed the Firekeeper. But no big deal. The Duke's Archives is over this way. Previously, it was blocked off to us until after we placed the Lord Vessel. And then the path opened up. So now we have access to this area. We got some of the giant golems over here. Again, it is possible for them to drop their weapon. If they do, lucky you. It is needed for the weapons trophy, but if you don't get lucky and get the drop, you can purchase it from the giant blacksmith. And not our lucky day, but that's fine. Proceed in this direction. This archway was previously blocked off, but now it's open because we have placed the Lord Vessel. And here are two giant armored boar enemies that will charge at you. They are tough. They hit hard. We hit hard as well, which is fortunate. So we can take them down in a few hits. That being said, you got to be careful because their attacks do pack a punch, especially his gore attack where he, tries to hit you with his tusks. But they do not respawn. And there's one more just a wee bit down the hall. We got the Fang Boar Helm here. That's a random drop. But I think if you haven't gotten it, if you've killed all of the boars so far in the game, which I think there's only one or two others outside of here, if you don't get the drop randomly, when you kill the last one, I think you're guaranteed the drop. So you haven't gotten it by now. If you kill this one, and assuming you killed the other ones as well, I think once you kill this one, you will get the drop. Gotta heal up, just be safe. There we go. And that is that. And I guess we got two Fang Boar Helms. How about that? Here we got a bonfire. You can rest at it or not. This one is not warpable. I mean, I do suggest resting at it in case you die. You'll respawn here. We're going to go up this elevator. And there are enemies pretty much right when you get to the top. And they do hit hard. And there's a lot of them in this level. But we will be killing them in one hit. At least if you're two-handing. So what you want to do is head over this way. Because there's an archer over there trying to snipe you. So that way, these columns will block the arrows. So I'm going to lead this guy over. He didn't jump at me. They do have a jump attack that does hit for quite a bit of damage. Once you go up these stairs, it's kind of a trap because there's that channeler trying to hit you. So I come off over to the side, lead these guys over here. You see there's one more coming through the door. As I said, there are a lot of these enemies in this level. Before we go face the channeler, we're going to kill this crystal golem. Now this guy, I believe, will not be here unless you rescue Dusk like we did in the previous episode. Because this guy you have to kill because he drops the broken pendant. And this is what you need to access the DLC area. I do not believe this guy spawns. And if he does, if you kill him, he definitely does not give you the broken pendant. So you do need to rescue Dusk first, like we did in the last episode to get that to happen and to get that broken pendant. All right, so we're going to rush in and kill the channeler because after you get close enough, he dances around and then he tries to warp to a different area. If you're lucky, he will drop the Channeler's Trident. Channeler's Trident is a weapon needed for the trophy. It is very rare. It is a very rare drop. And unlike the one that the golems drop, the Channeler's weapon cannot be purchased. You have to farm the Channelers until you get lucky and get the drop. All right, so I'm gonna circle around here, make sure I get all of the crystal guys, take them all out. We got these archers up here on the stairs. Another one up here. And yeah, I mean, the damage isn't massive, but again, if you're surrounded, it does add up. It definitely adds up. Over here, we got a Twinkling Titanite. Couple more enemies. Gonna kite them over. Took a shot there, but that's fine. Almost took another shot there, but there we go. And these guys do have very high defense. You see that our attack damage is not nearly as high as it is with most other enemies. So over here, this is a mimic. So if you remember the way to kill them, overhead. Wait till you can lock on. I kind of mash the lock on button. Once he stands up, do another one. You should knock him down. Then a third hit will kill him. And he drops the Crystal Knight Shield. Now we're going to swing all the way over to the other side before we take that elevator up. Another archer over here. And this one is not a mimic, so just open it up, get the Twinkling Titanite. Now we're going to take the elevator up. It's pretty much the only way you can go at this point. Gonna go up the stairs. We're gonna get attacked by an NPC. He looks a lot like these lizard creature, or the crystal creatures rather, but he is a full-blown NPC. But he's not very strong. So run up these stairs. There's a crystal lizard. Try to get it before it disappears. There we go. Twinkling Titanite and blue Titanite chunk. Sweet. Okay, so what's about to happen is we are going to run into a scripted encounter that has to result in our death. I know it sounds weird, but it is what it is, and this is how you progress through the level. So I would suggest equipping a rare Ring of Sacrifice, because it is possible for this enemy to kill you via curse, and the enemy is invulnerable. There's no way to kill it, and you have to die to progress. So again, equip that rare Ring of Sacrifice. He's probably not going to curse you, but it is possible. So that's why you want the rare Ring of Sacrifice instead of the regular Ring of Sacrifice. And this is Seath the Scaleless. So we have no mechanism to attack him at this point. And even if you use a projectile, you see our curse meters building up there. Even if you use a projectile, he just immediately heals himself. So you got to take the death here, sad as it may be. And you might get cursed. So he kind of just does this attack over and over again. There we go. We're dead. So I know it sounds crazy, but that is supposed to happen. So we spawn here in this jail. We can light the bonfire. You can see we didn't lose our human form because we had the Ring of Sacrifice on. And we still have our souls, so that's good. So I'm going to put the Ring of Steel Protection back on just to get that extra defense boost. And can we level up? We sure can. So I'm going to take my strength to 30. And then I'm from this point probably going to pump up my faith to 25. If you're not looking for the trophies that require that 25 faith stat that I mentioned before, just go ahead and put it in strength, endurance, and vitality. If you're following my build, that'll make you even stronger than my character will be. And you'll be all the better for it. So, but if your goal is for platinum, I would recommend get all achievements. I would recommend leveling up your faith to 25 so that you can access the Sunlight Warrior Covenant. So that is that. I'm going to kindle this thing. I mean, I've already got 16 Estus flasks, and kindling it, you know, gives me 10 at this bonfire. But just in case I die, or in case I use a bunch of Estus flasks and need to replenish, I can at this bonfire. So what you need to do, the way out of here is to kill this jailer. He drops the key to get out of here. So I've actually seen it before. A friend of mine who played this on PC, this enemy did not spawn, so he could not kill it and get the key. So his game was officially like soft locked. He couldn't get out of this cell. So if that happens, I'm sorry. I don't know what to tell you. I hope it doesn't happen to you. It's never happened to me before. So get out of here. And once you get out of here, there's gonna be a cutscene. These serpents are gonna pull a lever, and it's gonna create this awful, awful noise. But this noise is going to attract these enemies to come up and try to get you. So these serpent men are going to try to run up, kill them before they get to the top. There we go. Because if they get to the top, they're going to climb that ladder and kind of block the way. We need to get up to that ladder. In fact, that's where we're going to go right now. So the way out of here is actually up this ladder, but we can't get out until we get a key first. But if you climb up this ladder, you can get to a secret. We're going to go ahead and unlock. So walk along these planks up here. You can drop down. Be very careful. Just barely walk off the edge. You'll land here, take a little bit of fall damage, but that's okay. And it will allow you to access this item, which was previously unreachable. It is the Maiden's Set and the White Seance Ring. Drop right back down, and we're here at our bonfire that we started at. So now we're just going to go down the stairways like normal. And these, oh, I can't believe I just got grabbed like that. I didn't know that they lunged that far forward. But now I do. So that grab attack, again, when you get grabbed, just mash every button. Dang it. Mash every button and it'll reduce the amount of damage you take. This is not an ideal situation. These guys would not be coming up the stairs if this sound had not been activated by the snakes. I mean, there's no way to stop them from activating it, but we'll be able to turn it off later. Triple kill right there. That felt good. And they drop humanity as well. It's a possible drop. And there's going to be more of them that try to come up here. And here we got an enemy. Don't think there's anything else in here, is there? No. And I believe this door is locked. Yes. But this door is not locked. Oh, I missed. What we can do is drop down. Watch out for the surprise. And here we got the Archive Prison Extra Key. So that one cell that was locked, we can now unlock it. We're going to head back up. You can unlock it. And if you bought everything from Rhea, all of her spells, you bought her divine blessings, her hollow form is going to be in here and she's going to attack you. You're going to have to kill her. You kill her, you get her 7 humanity and you get her talisman. You do not get her pendant like we got. We have her talisman because Petrus killed her and took her talisman. So we killed Petrus and got her talisman back. But that's where you would find Rhea if you did buy everything to fulfill that quest requirement, and then she would warp here to the, or she would move here to the Duke's Archive. She'd be hollow in that cell. So what we want to do now is that we have that key. We want to go back to the bonfire room and go back the other way. There's a few enemies here. Take them out. Oh. There we go. And since we have the key, we can now unlock this door, which leads us to another secret. Same thing, just kind of carefully walk off the edge there. We get a soul of a brave warrior. So now we just have to drop down. So that's the lever that the snakes pulled to start this atrocious sound that we're listening to. Is he going to go down the ladder? Okay, that's fine with me. There's a couple snakes up here. There's one more. And there's one of the lightning shooting variety back there. So now we can pull this lever and end this awful noise. Hey, he came back up. That's good. So back here, we need to open up this treasure chest, because this is the key that allows us to get out of this section of the level. Opens up those big double doors that are up the big ladder that we climbed right when we got out of our cell. We dropped down for the secret from there. Now the noise is over, these guys are all in this room. And I mean, yes, they do attack, but let's try to be more careful than I just was right there. I'm gonna use some fireballs. Be careful not to overuse them though, because in that cell directly ahead of us is Big Hat Logan. You want to make sure that you don't accidentally hit him. So these two I'm just going to attack. These two are not hostile, I believe, and they will guaranteed both drop a miracle. Make sure you don't hit Logan. You see him sitting over there. And so we got Soothing Sunlight and Bountiful Sunlight, both required for the Miracles trophy. And I believe you cannot use those miracles unless you're in the Princess Guard Covenant, which is the covenant from that you join at the top of Vain Orlando after killing Ornstein and Smoke. So let's talk to Big Hat Logan. We can't open this door yet.
What a chance meeting. Alas, I'm imprisoned once again. The archives. Such a storehouse of knowledge. The thought offends me so. As a student of the arts, you... Hello again.
So we're going to rescue him later. We can't get in there yet. But for now, just know that he is there. So now we have to go back all the way up to the top, climb that ladder again. And if you have fewer than, 10 Estus flasks, you can go ahead and rest at that bonfire, recharge your Estus flasks. Those snake guys who were running up the stairs to climb up the ladder will respawn if you rest, but the blobs down there will not be coming up the stairs because we turned the sound off, so they're not attracted. They'll just stay in that room down there where we talked to Big Hat Logan. So now that we have the key, we can unlock these doors. This is the way forward. Right, we got an enemy. To the left, we got an archer and another enemy hidden behind this corner back here. So watch out for that. Drop his shield. So right through here, we're going to have a channeler. Take it out right away. If you're lucky, you'll get the trident drop. But beware, there's another one that's trying to snipe you from up there. We can't reach him yet. So what we want to do now is we want to ignore everything. We're going to run straight down, and we're going to get to our next bonfire. And we want to unlock it because we want this bonfire here. We want this to be the place that we respawn if we die. And we also want to kindle this bonfire so that way we get maximum healing potential, because this area is tough. Very, very tough area. One of the toughest areas in the game, honestly, which is why I saved this area for as the last main area of the main game, excluding the DLC. So rest at this one. I'm going to kindle it. I'm already in human form, so I need 3 humanity to kindle it to 20. Oops, I gave myself an extra. I consumed 3, but I already had 1. That was my bad. I had a brain fart there. So kindle once. Kindle twice. And kindle thrice. Okay, so now we're going to properly make our way through this area, killing most of the enemies, etc. Like we would typically do, but just beware. There's archers, there's channelers, so you gotta be very methodical. Is that guy, that archer's on top of, he's literally on top of the bookcase, and there's not really a way to get up there, so just leave him for now. But I'm going to take just about everybody out because I don't want surprises. I don't want anybody following me. If you go through here, this takes us back to the room where we started. And it's not a bad idea to take these enemies out right now. Because as you can see, the way that this place is laid out, we're going to be going back and forth between the two sides. And there is actually a puzzle where we have to drop onto that bookcase and get that treasure chest, which is really hard to do. And you don't want one of these guys sniping you while you're trying to do that. It's just bad news. So go ahead and take these guys out. Granted, it is very hard to get the drop right onto that bookshelf. It's easy to miss it and fall to your death. I'll show you the way that works for me, and it works for me most of the time. And the problem is if you miss it and you drop off, then everybody respawns. So if I miss it, on my retries, on my subsequent retries, I don't kill everything, but just on this first time through, I'm going to do it in hopes that I get it right on the first try. Someone behind me. I'm gonna get the channeler. Yeah, I'm gonna get everybody down here too. Go for the channeler first, so he doesn't move. Oh, hit me with this melee attack. Nope, not lucky. It's okay. All right. We got a floating book right there. That's interesting. All right. I feel good about it. I'm gonna head back up the stairs, kill anything on the way up. Of course, got that channeler up there. I'm gonna take him out. Make him kind of priority 1. Go. And again, that one up there, we can't reach him yet because we have to flip the staircase first before we can go up there. Another guy trying to snipe us while the channeler's trying to hit us. Oh, there's 2 archers over there. Yeah, this place is just chock full of enemies. It's really tricky. Really dangerous. So we can go up this staircase. I don't believe there's anything up here, but I'm going to take these enemies out nonetheless. Kind of zigzagging to avoid the arrows. So what we want to do is flip staircase. You see that treasure chest down there? We're going to attempt to get it here. But first we're going to flip it. On this side, we have a twinkling titanite. All right, so this is the tricky part. This may take you several tries. This may take me a few tries. We'll see. I do have a way of doing it. So what we want to do is want to flip it to this side. So how you do this is when the staircase is configured like this, and by this I mean with the stairs facing upwards in that direction. So you're facing the wall here. You look to your right. You want the stairs facing up. So when you flip this switch, the stairs are going to swing, and you're going to want to run down the stairs. And if you time it right, when you walk off the edge of these stairs, you'll land on top of that bookcase. It's easier said than done. If you miss and you fall all the way to the floor, it's death. So the way that I do it is I press the button to turn the handle. And while the handle is turning, like while the animation is happening, while I can't move, I'm holding back on the control stick to immediately face this direction as soon as the game lets me. Like I'm holding the stick this way to be moving literally as soon as possible. Now, what you want to do is you do not want to hesitate one iota, and do not sprint with the sprint button either, but just hold the control stick all the way so you're kind of running at your normal pace. And what you want to do is as soon as you're getting control of your character, you're going to be moving because you're holding the control stick, and you want to be aiming for this corner of the stairs. And if you do it right, if you start moving immediately because you're holding the control stick and you aim for this corner, you don't hesitate. When you drop off, you should land on top of the bookcase. So I'm going to demonstrate it. Hopefully it works. So I'm holding the control stick. I'm running. Do not hesitate. Run towards this corner. Drop off, and you should make it. Now, the reason why we killed everything in here is because if you landed here and you hadn't killed everything, those snipers up on that staircase would be trying to hit you right now, and they could knock you back off of this bookshelf, and you'd have to do it again. And this is for a weapon that is required for the trophy. The Avalon is required for the trophy. It is probably the stupidest thing this game makes you do to get a required item for a required weapon for the trophy. It really is tough, but if you follow the process that I laid out, I try to be as clear and precise as possible. If you follow it, it should work within at least a couple of tries. If you die and have to come back and retry, don't sweat it. You know, it took me many tries, and it took me a lot of trial and error before I came up with that method that works for me, as I said, most of the time. Drop down. So now we're going to go back across. We're going to go up the stairs again. And now that we've rotated the staircase, you see that staircase is facing us here, so we can actually go up it now. And that channeler that's been trying to hit us, we can actually get to him now. So wait to the side for his projectile to go, wait off to the side again, and then run up and get him. And so these channelers do respawn, and so you can farm them for the Channeler's Trident, which is needed for the trophy. That was the last, in my original playthrough where I got the Platinum Trophy, that was the last weapon I had to get, was the Channeler's Trident. And I had to farm them for quite a while to get it. So we got Straw Magic Shield, a sorcery here. That's, of course, required for the Sorcerer Trophy, the Sorcery's Trophy. So what you want to do now is flip the staircase again. And stay on it. Wait for it to go all the way back around. Now we can go over here. I don't think there's anything. I'm just going to check just because it's my nature to check everything, even though I know there's nothing there. So there's gonna be an archer across the way here. Let him fire his bow. Lock on. Hit him with some fire. That'll take care of him. Slide down the ladder. Pull the lever, and we have ourselves a shortcut right back to the bonfire. So this takes us down to the first level, first floor. And right there's our bonfire. So we have ourselves a nice shortcut that basically cuts off everything we just went through. So turn up this way. And in here. Blue Titanite chunk. When we free Big Hat Logan, he's going to be right here and he's going to sell us his spells, which we need to pick up every single one for the trophy, which we're going to do, which is why I've saved all of these soul items so that we'll have enough, because it requires 183,000 souls to get all of his sorceries. So in here we have the Channeler's set. This, I believe, is the key. Yep, to free Big Hat Logan. This is a mimic. So deal with him accordingly. He dropped the symbol of avarice, which I believe increases your item discovery, and the enchanted falchion. Back here, we have the crystal ember. We can pull this lever. It is the right lever. Another enemy down here. And another treasure chest with prism stones. So now we are going to go all the way back to Big Hat Logan, set him free. I would not, if you have a bunch of souls like I have, I would not go back and spend them for a level, because we're going to be using all of these souls to get all of Big Hat Logan's spells. Oh, come on. So it is quite a trek to get back to where Big Hat Logan was at. But I believe if you kill the next boss, Big Hat Logan will show up at that spot anyways, like he gets himself out somehow. But if we do this, there is a Firekeeper soul as well in his cell. So if you don't go back to his cell, you miss out on that Firekeeper soul. Even though I do believe Big Hat Logan is still technically accessible after killing the next boss anyways. These guys are back. Oh, come on. All of the blobs are going to be downstairs, because again, they do not come up the stairs unless that sound is on. And once you turn it off, they don't turn it back on. These guys, as long as they stay in that cell, I'm not... Oh, nope, they came out. Dang it. Was gonna leave y'all alone, but... Alas, you wouldn't let me. So again, be careful not to hit Big Hat Logan. He's all the way back there, so as long as you're targeting correctly and you're throwing the fireballs strategically, you should be okay. The rest of them the old-fashioned way. Oh, geez. You're free.
Oh, thank you very much. That makes twice. I will visit the archives. If I discover it, prepare to be impressed. Hello. I'll head out soon.
Okay, so back here is our Firekeeper Soul. This will get our Estus Flask to +6, which, to my knowledge, is the highest you can get it in a single playthrough, although maximum is technically +7, I believe. But you can't get it to +7 until New Game Plus. We got all 6 Firekeeper Souls in this playthrough officially. And you know what? Work smarter, not harder. We're gonna use a Homer bone. Not gonna run all the way back there. I mean, it took me a while to figure that out, but you know, here we are. I'm gonna rest. Now that we have that shortcut unlocked, I mean, we really don't even have to worry about this room at all. We got everything in here that we need, except for maybe the Channeler's Trident, which you have to farm. But we'll get that later. So now, here's Big Hat Logan.
Hello, this has
We can buy all of his stuff. And to progress his quest line, you have to purchase every single one of his spells. If you don't care about achievements, save your money, save your souls. But if you want all achievements, you have to buy all these spells to progress his quest line and to, you know, get this all sorcerer's trophy. And then there is one sorcery that you can only get if you do progress his quest line, because he'll give it to you later, but he only get it later if you purchase everything from him. And you don't have to purchase everything right this instant, but I'm just doing it now just because we have the souls to do it. So let me actually, I need to see how many I need left to get the rest of them, because all the ones that you have left these are the really expensive ones. So that's 90,000, 110,000, 140,000 if my math is correct.
Farewell.
So we're gonna pop some soul items. We've been saving them for a reason, guys. So this is our time to do it. So Soul of a Great Hero, this should give us 20,000 right off the top. Soul of a Hero. I said we needed 140,000, was it? So we're at 108, so we need 32,000. Whoops, I passed all my soul items. I was trying to do mental math. So I think these give you, is it 5 a pop? So if I use 7 of them, if I'm right, we'll see. There we go.
Hello there.
Perfect. All right, we got all of his spells.
Come again.
So after we kill the next boss, he is going to move.
Oh.
So we've done everything we need to do with that. And as I said, down these stairs is the path forward. This will take us to the Crystal Caves through the fog wall. But we are going to do that in the next episode. So we're going to take on this next area, the Crystal Cave, kill the next boss, and all of that. We're going to do it next time. So thank you guys for watching. Hope you found this helpful through the Duke's Archives. This was a pretty clean run. This went about as well as I could have hoped. So I'm really glad for that. Hope you guys enjoyed following along, and take care of yourselves. We'll see you next time. Thank you so much.